I'm Brad, and I play guitar.
I'm Brian, and I play the drums.
I'm Nick, and I play the bass.
I'm Jeremy, and I sing. We're in a band in Kansas. We're here at Tom Fest with MF Magazine. So we have a new record coming out on September 8th of this year, and we recorded it back in May over in Nashville, Tennessee with Mark Townsend. And he did, you would know Mark from like Relient K and House of Heroes and The Wedding, Deus Vale. He's worked with some cool bands, so we were totally jacked to work with him. So it sounds super cool. We're really, really happy with the way it turned out. We got all new songs on there, so we're pretty stoked. It's an EP. It's a 6-song EP. It's called We're All Going Somewhere. Well, we're brand new on Goatee Records, and we had a full length come out like 2 years ago, and I think they're just going to kind of introduce us to everybody. And we got 6 new songs, and I think it may turn into a full length here in a few months, or it may not. I think with just the way music is, like digital releases, and everybody's buying stuff on iTunes, the full length doesn't really matter anymore. So we'd like to put out new music, twice a year, just instead of once every 2 years. So we're trying to crank out a lot of songs. So it's what affects our writing is how much we're on the road. We're on the road like 300 days a year. So we just write when we have time. If we're home, or if we got a night where we're off on the road, or we have a chance to practice even like during sound check, we try to write. But we always want to have songs ready. Yeah, it does affect it, because we don't really sit down and write a whole record and then go record it. We're always coming out with new stuff. So we write all the time. We've been talking about finding ways to improve that. It's tough, because I'll write a song on the guitar, and then we have to find time to teach it to the individual guys so they can come up with their parts. And then it takes a lot of just playing the song over and over and over and over to get it down. But it's tough. We need some sort of like recording system so we can be a little more consistent. But
You just got to really focus. You can't really just kind of wing it. Like, you got to play your part and be thinking and be conscious of what you're playing and what everybody else is playing. And like, there's no soloists or like show-offs in our band, so it's nice. Like, we just try to make the whole sound better, and that's the product you get. Like, I mean, we're not trying to like write the coolest guitar part, the coolest drum part, just like something that fits. And having a limited time kind of is tough, because there's endless things you can do. You just kind of got to settle on something and find something that fits. And what's weird is like a couple of our songs have come out of just jamming, like just seriously, like Brad had this little guitar part and he played it, and then we just started jamming, and then we got the skeleton of the song, and then we started adding on to it, and then Jeremy wrote lyrics, and it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's I like to see songs come together like that, just kind of out of the moment, and then yeah, it's cool to see. It's like birthing a song together. It's fun.
Yeah, the fun is when it's like we're just jamming, and we just jam in a key, and then like a guitar lick comes up, and then Nick writes some sick bass part, and then Jeremy just starts singing, and then Brian's playing. Those are cool, but like also like sometimes like Jeremy writes like really like a lot of like, he throws in a weird chord and stuff, and so you kind of have to like go around that, and like I've learned to outline the melody versus like like clashing with the melody, and that's been my hardest thing. But and also in the studio, like a lot comes out in the studio too. Like at least for me, in my guitar parts, like I can hear things clearly, I can hear melodies clearly, and my parts change in the studio as well too. But those jam songs, those are the funnest ones, I'd say. But yeah,
I think it's all about having the heart, having the desire and the passion just to actually want to do that, and like not forcing it, not forcing yourself to go out and meet people, but actually desiring to want to be around people, wanting to get to know people. And I think we view this whole band set as just a thing bigger than ourselves, and so we don't want to be selfish. We don't want to think of just about what we want and what good this is going to do for us. We want it to reach out. We want it to be something more than just music, more than just us. So
yeah, what Nick said, like I don't know, sometimes we have to talk to kids to sell a CD. Like it's a business too, but we have so many friends. Like we've toured for 2 years straight, and we have so many friends around the country that we can call up whether we have a show or not and go stay at their house, and they'll feed us dinner and they'll feed us breakfast, and like I don't know how else we'd survive if we didn't actually connect with people. And that's where our heart's at as far as connecting with people, because there's way too many bands already that are playing music, and if all we did was get out of the van and play a show and sell a merch and then leave, like there's already 1,000 bands that do that. So we want to make an impact on people, like even if it's just us, because we're musicians and we're a band, but we're also 4 dudes, and we're growing up in a van on the road. So we want to try to grow as men, and the only way you can do that is connecting with people. We spend all day with each other. We'd go crazy if all we did was talk to each other. We like connecting with the people that come and see us play. And we meet a lot of people that didn't come to see us. They're just there, you know? So it's cool to connect with them on something other than music. Yeah, the way that we found to do that is just in this last year, we started working with Compassion International. And it's a group out of Colorado that it's a sponsorship program. Basically, people can sponsor a kid. They can give money every month to help a kid in Africa go. Like us as a band, we sponsor a kid named Leonard. And Leonard lives in Africa, and we send him money so he can go to school and so he can eat and so he can go to the doctor and get clothes. All the normal stuff an 8-year-old boy should get to do. And like after our set and in our set, we share about that and we get to talk to people about that. That way, even if they're not into our music or didn't care for the show, like we offer them an opportunity to do something that's bigger than music, do something that's bigger than them, and not just, it's not about us. Like that doesn't help us. Like it's not a merch sale. Like it doesn't extend a band in Kansas, but we're changing somebody's life around the world, and that's the way we found to make it a little bigger than music. It's what we're trying to do.
I'd say music to me is just something, I guess a thing that I've been blessed with, a thing that I'm able to do, a thing that, you know, I make with my hands when I play my guitar. And I'd say like music can be inspirational. It can be a lot of things. I guess for me, I feel like it's been my calling. It's been just a gift that God has blessed me with, a gift that I've been able to use, that I've been able to just live doing. I feel like I don't know, sometimes I just feel like that's the only thing that I'm good at is to play music. And so, but it's I mean, I feel like we all have a certain calling in life, and we all have certain things we're good at. We all have certain things we can do. And I'd say music for me is just the door that God has opened for me to reach out for His kingdom.
For me, it's just a tool to communicate. I mean, I like to write and I like to connect with people, and I don't think, I mean, all the bands, all the different genres, they're trying to communicate something. And there's a lot of different messages, and even if it's not something I agree with, I appreciate when a band is making an effort to connect with people, like through music. And there's certain things that music can say that words can't, and when those are partnered with lyrics that deliver the same message, like I just think it's really powerful. I think you can speak to somebody in a different way. It's different than sitting down and having a conversation. I think we have the same kind of connection with people. Like if we can engage them, I think it's really frustrating because there's so many bands, you know, the bands on Warped Tour and the bands that are on these big AP tours, they're so bland. They don't have anything to say, and it's just really raunchy lyrics and shock rock about their girlfriends, and they don't connect with people, and it's to be funny. And I just think any of us up here, like music is communication, and like we can appreciate any band that's real, that's trying to really convey any sort of message. I think it's powerful, for sure.
I'd say music is just like a way to get away from where you're at. Like if you want to like escape or kind of go out of your own world, like music is a vessel to take you there. Like I know like certain bands, certain songs just like completely like transport me to where that writer was at when he wrote the song, and I can totally like to catch what they're delivering is amazing. And like Jeremy said, like some of my friends just like bands, and I'll be like, well, what do you like about them? They're like, well, I like the beat. I'm like, do you listen to the words at all? Like, no, just the beat. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely am. I appreciate lyrics and good lyrics and true lyrics, like whether they're the catchiest thing or not, like just something that's real, like that you can kind of grasp onto. So yeah, that's what it is for me.
Music is, I guess, just a medium that we use to relate to people, and just, I don't know, I think it's the apex that brings everybody together, whether we rejoice in our similarities, or we go over our contrasts and our differences. I think it brings people together regardless. And I guess the arts in general, I guess I don't know, just a medium to bring people together and to relate, to confront. I don't know, I think it's what binds, I don't know, humanity, I guess. So yeah.